You're dead!
What it do, guys? Today we got a GVG, but instead we're gonna go to RTA because after looking through GVG and it's the last day for preseason, and looking at the balance patch, I wanted to play with FCC today just because she was not included. So real quick, we'll be looking at balance changes and then I'll give you my quick thoughts on them real quick. So Pirate Captain Flash, she always guaranteed still one buff, which is actually pretty good. And on top of that, if the target does not have a buff, she activates Hunt, which is better than, you know, when a target has a buff, because I'm pretty sure I don't have her. I actually think it's pretty good for Pirate Captain Flame, but at the same time, I feel like our old buffs were way better, because you don't even see her like in like Challenger, well, I'm only Challenger Gold, and stuff like that, and Master, like, you don't see nobody use Pirate Captain Flame, unless you see like a few Silverblade or Mytha niche burn bomb kick teams. Like, you barely actually ever see her, so I'm hoping she gets some time to shine, especially with her skin. Closer Charles, here's the one I do like. Absorb some of the damage dealt as health, so you could go a counter Closer Charles if you want to. The damage dealt increase. We don't know how much by, but I'm assuming by like 0.5 or something like that, which is actually pretty good. And also at the start of battle, he gains evasion, which is honestly really good. So even if he gets sealed, he still will have the evasion, but most of the times you'll lose the evasion. And also if the enemy health is 40% or less than 40%, he will activate his 50% combat readiness. But with the 40% being a little bit helpful because everybody bringing BBK and they don't die anyway. So squish that out, squish that down, get a 40%, you scoot up Charles. Charles S3, you can't counterattack back. You get him lower and it says, oh my, I just noticed that. Can you imagine Zio, somebody, I don't know who in that percent, Closer Charles, and after Closer Charles goes, says the finisher, even though Closer Charles, but this would be great since Closer Charles can pretty much go either an opener or a closer. You know, you can be able at like no speed, full damage, and then when somebody get below 40, he just scoots up to the top because 50% is 50%. Or you could go like counter build, just so you get like, I'm gonna make him counter. All right, here's the one that I've been wanting the most. Has 100% chance to seal for 2 turns. Also, after using a basic skill, when the target is sealed, increase attack of the caster and try to for 1 turn before activating burst, and bursts are additional damage. But now, a successful attack deal additional damage proportional to the caster's attack. So this is honestly great. I don't care that it reduces the burst damage decrease, but additional damage dealt mean that you don't gotta go a crit damage, Archdemon, Shadows, like everybody don't go anyways. How much is the proportional buy? Deal proportional? Is it like 20? We gotta see the multiplier. This could either be really good, it's still good regardless because it's just additional damage. It's like if you have Fairy Tale of a Nightmare and additional damage, that's gonna be wreaking some havoc. Elagos got a little changey wangey. He now, in order to do attack, you gotta have greater attack, which is pretty good, but that could be stripped off in non-buff. Then his S2, which is his passive, got a change, which I wouldn't say I hate it and love it at the same time, because one, he get increased hit chance and crit damage. That's pretty good. Activate time bomb against the lowest health. I'll say that's like a middle between good and bad. Good as in, a lot of people would bring BBK, Arby's, Genoas into it because they bring the highest attack and stuff like that, just to throw a bomb once you kill like Celine or something like that. But the bad because if Elagos, you don't have somebody like say Bloomin' Litica, the S2, and then do some additional damage and he just shot one person, then I think the bomb goes random. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it's up there, right? And then a time bomb and great crit attack for 2 turns. Wait, does he get the greater attack before the time bomb? Oh, he does. Before activating the enemy with a bomb. And then his S3 reduced resource reduction by 60%, increased combat readiness and caster by 50%. Once you use S3, he's back in line. He can just dual attack, which is making him a little bit more dangerous and the damage deal increase for his S3. But the reason I say I kind of didn't like this is because I grinded so hard for Misha, which is passive is just Misha. Increase hit chance by 20%, increase critical damage by 30%. So he has a better Misha on his S2, which he could probably use his own artifact now, which is, I think it's on Litica, right? Offer you can't refuse. They're gonna change that, but it kind of sucks. But the good thing is that like the crit damage, the increased critical hit damage, doesn't get applied to his His 253. As in, if you're like 350 crit cap, I mean crit damage cap, that could go over. I'm assuming this could also go over too, right? So that's actually pretty good. And I'm missing one copy of him for a full 100% crit chance. Also, I do love his EE, by the way. Instead of getting like stealth for one turn, they made it 2 turns because 90% of the time, he just kill Elegos right after, right? He's just a sitting duck for anybody to go after him. And then 2, they changed it to increase the time by damage by 10%, but also attack the enemy with the highest attack. I think the stealth would be better, but the time by say stun, so BBK and stuff like that won't, you know, survive the bomb if they're the highest attack. That'd be great, but I still think the stealth would be better because you can actually be stealth for one more turn before you actually get targeted. All right, here's Chloe. After increasing attack of the caster for 3 turns, she just put a magic nail to ignore effectress. She's pretty much just all effectress at this point. And they changed magic nail. When attacked, inflict additional damage proportional to the attacker's attack. You seal them, right? Boom. You activate burst. Boom. They have magic nails. Wait, do the S1? I think that counts for 2 separate additional damage, right? You can probably just kill somebody with that. So S1, magic nail procs, you do some additional damage, but it holds on because our animation for S2 is going off for burst. Boom, 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 additional damage for that, and then since you hit him again, magic nail again, boom, 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 and on top of that, since you did additional damage, Fairy Tale Tenebria artifact, I forgot what it's called, does the 1500, I think it's 1500 base if you have a full maxed out one, or 600, and applies a debuff. That's a lot of damage. But the trade-off is you're gonna have Chloe on your team. So this is my Chloe right now, by the way. Like she only have like 23 effective, so this will work out in favor of her, but still. Is it still, yeah, increased damage dealt. She's gonna hit like a truck. But the thing is, you gotta have Chloe on your team and kind of like keep her up there so you get magic nail some magic. Oh, I'm dying. So she can magic nail somebody. I think that's changing Euphine from being a silence, like you have to have silence in order for her to do her one thing, kind of like, you know, Spez, when it had to be stunned to do his one thing. So they changed her S2 to be a 70% chance. Before 70% chance decrease defense for, I thought it was increased, never mind. So you have a 70% chance to decrease defense for 2 turns. There's also no effect rate, so ER is becoming even more useless. What's the point of ER anymore? I'm just being honest, guys. And her S3, after increase the attack of the caster for 2 turns, so this is before she attacked. Attack the enemy with a massive blade. When the enemy is defeated, grants an extra turn. When the target has a debuff, damage dealt increase. So you no longer need silence. And I'm assuming they're moving away from the penetration rate over here. Just because Alien Av is, you know, they want to push her out and they want to sell somebody probably new. And they're trying to make less units. So they'll be like, hey, Alien Av is being played. And all the new units have defense pin. You know what would be cool? Euphine, because she doesn't have a defense pin technically. She just does a lot of damage. She has a race set, so I'm gonna probably rebuild it to a race set. When the skill is available according to cooldown, after an ally except for the caster using a skill, the enemy is debuff, increase count. Oh, wait, they don't gotta be silenced no more. It used to be if the target is silent, increase count. Oh, wait, you can just use Zeo. Okay, I'm starting to see the picture now. So you use Zeo. Closer Charles says Euphine. So Euphine is about to be terrifying, actually. With any debuff, she just get 20% combat readiness. Well, you can use Silverblade or Mytha. Does it get free combat? Oh my god. Ew. Alright, here's another change that I kind of like, but I kind of don't like. This is like in the middle. 1, Sigurd Scythe. Increase attack by, well, it used to increase attack by 25%, but only when you're 50% or less. And you absorb 25 to 50 of the damage dealt. Here's the buff to it. Increase attack by 10% to 20%. So you no longer have to be below 50% HP, but when you're below 50% HP, you absorb 25 to 50% of damage. Now, obviously, this is good if you have a maxed out Sigurd Scythe because you don't care. Free 20%, but we lost to 25%. But the bad thing is that you kind of need to max it out because you lost out about 15% attack. You know, it's 25 regardless if you have a rank 1 Sigurd Scythe versus a one Sigurd Scythe that either does 20, that still does 25 absorption, but still. But this is good for Bologna just because 1, you don't want Bologna below 25% HP, And it's good for K because he can now, you know, dual attack, but it sucks if we don't have a max copy. I'm just looking for the point side, but anyway, it's a good change for me because I already have max. I had like 2 max copies Secret Scythe. Now I can just flaunt. And another one, an offer you can't refuse, Elegos Artifact. It used to, when an enemy is defeated with a single attack, increase combat radius of the ally with the highest combat radius set for the caster by 10 to 20%. Here's what I honestly don't like. After attacking with a single attack, when a caster receives damage equal to 50% of more than max HP, which is pretty easy to do, I'm not for Elegos. Have a 50 to 100% chance to increase combat radius of the allies by 15%. You have a 50% chance, because I only have a rank 1 copy of this, to actually get this. Other than that, you just get a free 10% penetration rate on the artifact, but it's kind of booty cheeks. It's great because it's kind of like free to artifact where you might not get a soul burns at some games. You probably see in GVGs where I don't get it, but at the same time, it's good when it works, but it's booty cheeks. That's all I gotta really say. Let's get into RTA. So today we're gonna be playing with FCC and RTA because GVG is the same games, and I can't really bring her with the typical units right now. It's likely for preseason, so I don't really care. So we bring FCC into an RTA environment. Now, if you guys don't know what she does, she gives a barrier at the start of the game, and then at the end of her turn, she gives them a barrier of the lowest HP for two turns, which is honestly great, a proportion to the caster's max HP. Her HPs gives skill on fire. It doesn't cleanse, which would be great. And damage dealt proportion to max HP, and her S1 provokes. So we're gonna try some RTA games, like 2 or 3 RTA games, and see how well she performs in RTA. All right, game 1. We could have brought Schnil in all honesty. I decided not to bring Schnil. in all honesty, if we were to free, I don't even. The thing I'm worried about is the greater attack and a soul burn. Actually, I'm worried about this the most. She gets a barrier, don't she? You think? Well, this is all about FCC, and she might get banned. So let's ban this, and she's gone. She gives more HP, so she has like 30,000 HP. All right, we got rid of Rylet. Arunka should be able to kill Arby unless it's a counter Arby with a lot of HP. He has greater attack and he has soul burn. Did I not say that at the very beginning? Did I not say that at the very beginning, guys? I was like, I'm worried that he's gonna soul burn and he's gonna have greater attack. But good thing the barrier that FCC gives is actually really, really good. He threw. Okay, that's actually pretty good. He actually uses S1.
A patient in need of treatment.
I'm ending your life today.
Oh, it's you, fans. Like, who says that? Here's the thing I'm worried about. We're gonna use S3 just to generate some more souls. I'm not really worried about it. If she Elbrus or something like that, then let me know what she has. Elbrus.
I can do it too. Run if you're scared.
And we're gonna S3. We should be able to kill that 8,000 HP Arby. If we don't, she needs a serious buff. We barely just killed her. And we missed the 25% because it didn't say resistance, so we missed the 25% to land a seal.
I don't really enjoy this.
Hey, cool. There we go.
What a has-been.
Now we're going to S3 and see if we can -1 DDR. If we get -1 DDR, that'd be honestly great. Resist it. But they have a soul burn. I'm saying if she's sober to give a barrier, that'd be great on my part too.
Do you smell that? That's the dark shroud of.
Well, here's the thing about Dilibet. She'll wake up from this, so he's gonna have to hit either somebody else or I'll just kill.
Life or death. Pick your poison.
I'm gonna avoid hitting her for now.
Deserve better. Be careful not to get
Until she take her turn, I'll avoid. Did she ever take her turn? Nah, she will.
creatures.
We'll get rid of DDR so we don't get put to sleep.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Yeah, why are you looking at her like that?
See? You couldn't beat me in a million years.
She can't soul burn. Here's the thing. I honestly want a defense break.
Refreshed?
If you soul burn, get a barrier, I should be able to get through that. So you're in a conundrum. You can't cleanse this off.
How young you are.
So you can't cleanse this off because you put a barrier, she's gonna kill you. If you don't, she should be able to kill through a defense break.
You have my attention. I guess you are worth fighting. Found you.
And that RTA was there to look cool. But we did miss her seal on the first hit, by the way. It don't say resist, so we're just missing it. If it doesn't say resist, by the way, that means we missed it, by the way.
Shall we go to the land steeped in death?
That just means we missed the 25% chance to land a damn seal. Alright, game 2. We got FCC Sharoon. We don't have any heals. They got the Ludwig. If I see Ludwig, I already know what kind of build they're going. They got the Luddy-Uddy. Yeah, let's get rid of Ludwig. He's scary because my team actually can't deal with him or any way to stop him. But I got rid of Fat Cat Soda. We don't have a chance to dodge, so we gotta base this on pure chances. We can't see our push forward, by the way, since these two aren't around. So here's the deal.
Pay attention, or you might.
We got a Moonlight Dreamblade. We don't want to get a guaranteed. Did she have increased hit chance? I don't remember.
Take my power. If we must fight.
Yeah. But the extra barrier is actually pretty helpful. Unless you give a crit damage.
A future wrongly pruned shall flourish once again.
You do
Do
not
you have a way to stun? Wait, we do have S1. If we stun her with S1, Moonlight Dreamblade and we dual attack
For the finale
with Dark Corvus,
of this
we could potentially kill it through S3 alone.
This will be the last
We got ML
moon
bead.
they see.
We gotta get rid of one of these units that actually, you know, reduces our combat readiness by a lot.
Moonlight.
They're not using soul burns, which is actually pretty weird. It connected. That's actually pretty great. Well, that's what girl half her plans. It connected. Oh, what's the dodge chance?
What do you know
Unless
about Luna?
Don't you have increased hit? I was gonna say, does she have increased hit chance, or was I just that unlucky?
If you wish to fight me, determination.
Yeah, we'll beat her.
a wind dragon.
We'll knock this all off.
I have none left to give.
Counter attack. Decor, get it some
What
some
cannot
juice.
be avoided must be
This is
avoided.
always very good on our part.
Get ready.
Look at that huge barrier she got. Don't go. You can't move up, so we gotta kill one of these.
An eternal night
I want to kill her,
reign.
so the counter attack is kind of helpful.
Foolish well.
What? See, if we get S3 and push her back some more.
Let me wash it all away.
I want to keep hitting her.
So you're the one that Luna holds so dear.
Miss.
This world's existence no longer has any value.
Did we try? We're gonna have to. Like, we couldn't kill Polias on them, but we're gonna have to try to get rid of her because her rage meter is like popping up. Holy sack! No more holy sack! No more holy sack! Are they going after FCC now? She's actually pretty fast. She's actually keeping up with Kisei that was at the start of the game. And now she's not. And now she's not. If we get rid of Kisei, we could probably bop Kisei. No more.
I will punish you with the strength of darkness.
Resist. How much effect rate you got?
There's still hope.
How much effect rate you got? I'm curious.
Or you might regret it.
If we got the provoke too, that would have been great. I think she doesn't cleanse up unless you use the S3 on them.
Revitalize the fallen.
You do not understand.
An eternal night will reign. For the
She had
unilluminated,
50%. I don't think we can win this one.
no one can hide
Yeah,
from the
we
light
can't
of
win
the
this
full
one.
moon.
If we get the provoke,
The moon will fall.
That would have been great. If we got the provoke so she wouldn't do her thing, but also resist. Alright, game number 3. We got FCC and Tenebria this time. We don't have any healers, but I'm assuming they don't want me to debuff them. But I want to get rid of this. Yeah, she has immortality. If she's happy to get through, we can't really kill her. But we do that and she's gone. Now here's the thing, I do have Dragon the Knuckles. So with that in mind, we can counterattack if we get lucky, if Miller doesn't die. But we had the adamant barrier and then also the extra barriers and whatnot. What if we get a counterattack on the first hit? That'd be great. But it is ignore elemental like advantage, so
I am the rightful.
we hope that Miller doesn't want to die and actually, you know, kill everybody.
I'll do my best. Right here.
I'm only doing this once.
They're killing
This is
her.
only a temporary alliance.
Can we let S3 to give us skill nully unless it's on a counter Wukong that happened to counterattack on the first hit? The immortal one.
I will control this power.
So because of that,
I can do it.
even though he do have ignore like elemental advantage, he can still stun us. But she's ramping up in this.
Trust in my power.
You think you can take me?
If we get stunned, it's gonna be enough to actually do it. Which is actually fine. Miller. We resisted it. We're just gonna see if we can S3 her. Like without a soul burn and whatnot, we can't really do much. And they're all Earth units though, I just noticed that. How did we... I'm not gonna question that. Say, how did we... How did he resist my S1? If she has an S3, we're gonna kill her.
Believing I might be helpful.
Okay, good.
That's what drives me.
Are you going to provide some entertainment?
Then we can focus our attention on her now, after this. Unless Millen won a Dragon Knuckles.
You sure will back down.
Unless Millen won a Dragon Knuckles. 24 HP.
Don't put all your faith in me.
Where does Puncher? Oh, we got a dually.
Let me show you who's the best.
We got a dually.
I have to smack
Have some manners
into
into you. They don't have soul burns either, so she's kind of taking more than my Dragon Knuckles.
It's my time to shine.
Which I would say, yay, that's pretty good. But at the same time, I feel like this artifact before me. Using stuff for this artifact.
To everyone.
She can S2 now. She's not going to.
You dare defy me?
The chance of me landing a provoke, a redirect provoke on that is slim. She's counterattacking every hit.
Consider this
Does this count for wild cards after the proc? It does. I didn't know if wild card proc after, you know, a secondary hit.
This is fun.
Alright, we're gonna drop some T on him. Okay, we're gonna drop T on him.
Drown in your own tears.
We might not hit Woo, but yeah, we saw the miss.
Are you prepared for this?
Cool. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this short RTA video. There wasn't really much I could really do since preseason, and it's preseason. But next season we could try out, well, next week we could try to list all the buff units. If they count the buffs come out next week, I didn't really read that part. No, the buffs come out when Y Young come out. Ooh wee, that's gonna be spicy, ain't it? But I'm gonna be streaming PoE 2. So if you guys like PoE, you can sit by and chat. I'm not gonna be doing much besides trying to figure out how to play this game. And nothing else. Hope you guys enjoy. See you guys around. Have a lovely weekend. Peace.